Right. This is gonna be another video I've never. Well, recently I did do some videos. I did do some unedited videos as well. So this is one of these videos I'm gonna make because I was gonna um, react to this on stream. But specifically, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna react to this specific one that was announced in the Pokemon Presents just few hours ago, maybe few minutes ago, I think, few hours ago. Okay, so this is the well, I'm glad this is gonna be a Nintendo Switch release because I thought I might have to get um, a Switch 2 to actually play this. So about this is that Pokemon Legends ZA, I do have my assumption. I had my assumptions, and one of those assumptions was that there is a 90% chance that Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be multi-platform, which is Switch and Switch 2. And it was probably correct. And what my assumption is that they will release the Switch 2 maybe this year or next year. The next regional release, the next Gen 10, or the Black and White remake, which I assume is still going to be still on development. Both of them will be version exclusive to the Switch 2, according to the previous, like console to console is different. That's what I'm thinking. So they released 2 generations in the Nintendo Switch, 1 remake. So Legends Arceus and Legends ZA are spin-off games, which are huge. They released another game called, not released, they're in development on another game called Pokemon Champions, which is another cool game, right? It looked pretty cool. Terrestrialization and Mega Evolution in the same thing. I don't know, it looked like some Pokemon Stadium kind of thing, but it's in Nintendo Switch. It's in Nintendo Switch and on the mobile phones, on the iOS and Android. So that's huge. That Nintendo are pushing more games into mobile platforms, which is pretty cool. That's an applause for that. Enough talking. This is about Legends ZA. This video is about Pokemon Legends ZA. The Legends series has got me to another big accomplishment, and I would like to watch some of it. That's what I'm thinking. So below it does say that it does not reflect fully on gameplay, right? So this is what it actually looks like. Okay, so my video is going to be named as frame by frame comparison. So I'm gonna actually, so clearly you can see by this art style and all that, it's the same engine they've used on Scarlet and Violet, which means the textures, the wool on the Mareep, as you can see down there, all of the buildings, the textures on the buildings, all of them will be the same as Scarlet and Violet. If it, I kinda expected it to be the same engine they used to make Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I prefer that art style more than this, but I'm okay with this one. I'll give it that. Right. Right. This is another Lumiose City. Anything I could see? No. Okay. So this is about Lumiose City. That's probably the Pokemon Center or the Pokemart. I can see the Lumiose City. There are a lot of people. This city might probably have more people than Mesagoza. Right. So that's the Lumiose City. That's the gym. Okay. Ooh, frames are running. Right. So I see Sligo. Okay. They did the aesthetic very nicely. I'll give them that. This is pretty nice. Where could this be? Is this the station? Well, I didn't really explore much of the Carlos game, so I don't really know about, well, if you have watched my previous streams, you know that I am not a big fan of Carlos region, and also in my opinion, the weakest region by far, because Carlos region didn't get much, um, unlike the other regions. So let's see. So we have 6. There are gates. 6 and all that. I don't really know what it means. They sure have big buildings. I don't know if we can actually go into them. Those are Cloncher, brought back Furfro, Sandile. There are green borders. So about the starters. So I had all 3 starters wrong. Which I had Snivy, Torchic, not Torchic, Charmander, and the water type was Piplup. So I'm assuming they're gonna have a Kalos form or something, or maybe they have their usual forms and they will give these final evolutions a mega evolution, which I think is a bit unfair for the others, other Pokemon of the other regions. So I'm quite surprised that they had 2 starters from the same region, because Totodile and Chikorita from the same region, same from the Johto region. Then we have Tepig, who's from the Unova region, a big Unova fan, by the way. So, even though I'm a big Unova fan, my second favorite, my first is Snivy, right? If Snivy was here, Legends EA was gonna be a great game for me to play. But my second, which is still great, very huge, second favorite starter of all time is Chikorita. And all 3 of these starters are not very much liked. I feel like Feraligatr is the most liked starters out of all 3 of these. But I don't know, or none of these Pokemon are usually called as anyone's favorites. But for me, Chikorita is my favorite. I'm glad Meganium is coming back. Big applause for Meganium. And yeah, for Meganium is definitely going to be on my team, so this is a huge revelation. I'm a big fan of getting Chikorita. Chikorita is getting a recognition. That's all I needed. So Meganium is coming, Emboar is coming, and Feraligatr is coming. So far only Lumiose. What I'm thinking is this game is going to only be based on Lumiose City and nothing outside of Kalos region. Maybe it's going to be something post-game where you can actually go outside of Lumiose and go around Kalos region. So they're making this game just based on Lumiose City. So this is going to be a bit questionable of how they make this a whole game inside Lumiose City, which is pretty impressive. How did they make this an actual game? A game where it's actually urbanized. Other games are rural. If you think about it, they have wildlife. If you go to, from Kanto until Paldea, everywhere you go, there are forests, routes, maybe a desert, or marshlands, and islands. You can go onto the waters. None of them is in here. There are waters, there are water bodies inside Lumiose City. But my question is, Lumiose City, I don't really know what to think about this. Lumiose City has become a whole game, and they will put all the Pokemon inside this one. It's a unique touch to only have buildings around, and you can catch Pokemon inside the city only. I don't know how they make this work. Let's think about it. Let's figure it out once it comes out. Okay, nothing here. Totodile. Okay, you can actually feast. Okay, there is a buddy system. You have cars. Okay. Bunnelby. Okay, so we have some gameplay footage. There's nothing else you can see. There are trainers. Those are definitely trainers who are waiting to battle. The stance for... Okay, big fan of the stance. Because stance was something I really wanted more. Not more, but I wanted an upgrade from Legends Arceus. Because Legends Arceus didn't have a good... when it comes to character. Because I have said it on my last streams, I will say it again. Legends Arceus is an experiment game, and this game, Pokemon Legends ZA, is going to be the upgraded, the actual completed game, which completes the aesthetic, not aesthetic, the actual gameplay mechanic, the actual full game of this. Because Legends Arceus was a test in my head. It's a conspiracy, kind of like. It's like a test. So you can have your Pokemon as a buddy and attack the Pokemon, stun them, and catch them. Okay. You can move up to buildings using warps. That's a huge building right there. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Oh. So you can jump over buildings. I couldn't see what... So you can go from building to building. Okay, so you can see plantations on the buildings as well, which means there could be exclusive Pokemon on these buildings as well, such as flying Pokemon. Okay. I'm thinking how they will put Dragon-type Pokemon into these places. Maybe there are sections in this city where it's like this part is for these kinds of Pokemon and this part is for these kinds of Pokemon. I did see a place where there is complete sand, which I saw Sandile lives in. Okay. Jumping from building to building is incredible. Okay. This is now it's getting skeptical. So if you think about it, dodging, so we can help the Pokemon dodge. It's like the building a bond between you and your Pokemon is being shown in here. And that's what it's about when it comes to Mega Evolution. And Totodile and Tepig, it's the battle between them. And building a connection between this creature, this Pokemon, is going to be... I don't know how well this would work. The dodging system, I really expect... Because here's the thing. You actually get hit by Pokemon in Legends Arceus, which makes it pretty cool, right? Because you actually get attacked by the Pokemon, which is something I like, which makes me think I might like Legends Arceus more than Legends ZA. So far, not great, is what I can say. The dodging system, I don't really know how that's going to work. Until I get my hands on this game, I won't know. So we'll see. Okay. Pyroar, Lucario, Flamethrower, Mega Ring. Lucario, Mega Lucario, Absol, that's Sableye, Kangaskhan, Charizard YX, Gyarados, Gardevoir, Ampharos Altaria. Okay, I don't know who these guys are. Maybe rivals. We did not have a proper rival in we didn't have a proper rival in Legends Arceus, did we? Akari is just sort of, I don't know. Oh, I couldn't. Okay, so you guys are probably team leaders, or maybe the mayor of the city, I believe. Okay, right. It's probably it's giving me Aether Foundation vibes, from Lusamine, if you know what I mean. Aether Foundation was starting as protecting Pokemon and all that. Okay, so this is AZ and his beloved flower, the Eternal Flower Floet. So I have a story assumption. So the Kalos game we played back in the 3DS, I think it was 2013 or 14. So this game, my assumption here is that so this is AZ. AZ looked really, really like homeless, helpless, and very sad back in the X and Y. The story-wise, it was good, as I told you. So AZ here is with his Floet, which means he's not. Maybe so. At the end of the Carlos games, Eternal Flower Floet got together with AZ. The Floet came back, I think, after 3,000 years, I think. So came back, and maybe they started improving Lumiose City to this state, probably. Because so far I'm looking at this, it doesn't look very different from the Lumiose City in X and Y. So in this one, I'm looking at this and be like, maybe this might be. Well, this cannot be before, right? I don't think so. I don't think it's before X and Y incident. It's probably after X and Y incident. Because remember, the war happened 3,000 years ago. So I don't think I'm having a brainstorm right now. I don't think it's before X and Y story. It's definitely after, because he did reunite with Floet, which might have brought him this way. So he's also not looking very different. So he's also holding a walking stick. He's having trouble trying to walk, which means he's older. He didn't need a walking stick in the X and Y games, which means AZ was, I'm guessing, much younger. So yeah, this is post X and Y incident. Okay. Zygarde 10% form. Pokemon Legends ZA. There we go. This is the
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series. The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region.
also,
Prison Tower stands tall.
Well, Lumiose City is probably the largest city in whole of Pokemon. Just for the record.
At the center of
Prison Towers, okay.
this city of beautiful vistas.
Badu Vivillon, okay. I'm watching frame by frame, okay? I don't want anyone being judgmental. So, okay, so there's Nurse Joe inside. So this is definitely the Pokemon Center. I get it. So the Pokemon Center, there's nothing around. There's no trading and it. Okay. So this is definitely going to be 90% single player, just like the Pokemon Legends Arceus, I hope. Because there's nothing much inside the Pokemon Center. I need a fully Pokédex, just single player completable game. Legends EA is definitely that kind of game.
These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan.
High-tech redevelopment plan with AZ, it seems. AZ is probably the... Okay, those two people I saw may be the mayor. AZ is probably someone who got shelter from the mayor. And we never know. Redevelopment plan.
These days,
So since this is inside Lumio City, maybe this barrier shows the division of routes. So this is from this end it shows, if we go beyond this gate, it's going to be route 4. If we look from this way, if we look from that side towards this side, it's going to be maybe route 5, route 3, something like that, I believe. Maybe they have given names to each parts of Lumio City, like this square, or maybe this square. I cannot remember the names. And yeah, high-tech urban redevelopment plan. Okay.
Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech...
So they put Patrat here. So I'm guessing the Pokédex is widened. Did they have Patrat? I think they did in the original Kalos region. So okay. I'm guessing the Pokédex is larger. The roster is larger.
Urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city
Larvita and Bagon, okay.
That people and Pokemon truly
share.
High-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and
I see an EV, nothing.
Pokemon truly
Trubbish and Garbodor,
share.
Okay. So there are those kinds of places where there is trash, and in the trash areas you can find Trubbish and Garbodor. Okay.
On truly share.
Eevee, Sylveon, Chandelure, Weeping Bell. Okay.
After you arrive in Lumio City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will be...
So there are gates. I don't know if we can go beyond these gates.
Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile.
So far UI. Okay,
You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumio City and its inhabitants.
Okay.
Here
some of the colorful... Okay.
Here are some of the colorful characters you'll encounter.
Okay.
When you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally.
Ally or rival?
Either Urbane or Tawny.
Tawny, okay.
The hotel where you'll be...
So we can choose rivals. Good option. It's run by AZ. Oh. So the mayor gave AZ a hotel to run. That's... Okay. Okay, so they gave this guy a job. Okay.
Be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette.
Yeah.
Lumiose's redevelopment
Quasartico Inc. Redevelopment is
being managed by Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO
Jet and Vinny.
Jet and her secretary Vinny.
Okay.
The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer.
I'm scanning the screen like there will be something interesting we can look at. So this is Route 1.
To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up Wild Zone.
Okay, so it's like the wild area in Pokemon Sword and Shield, where in the middle of the region it's a region at least, but this is a city. Okay. So I cannot actually compare wild area with this.
These areas, located throughout Lumios,
Okay, so there is a sand area where you can find sandile. Oh, it would be pretty cool for me to have crocodile in my team. Oh, we'll see. Oh, that's a crocorock. That's a sandile.
give wild Pokemon habitats where they can.
Wait.
These areas, located throughout
Scatterbug, fletchling,
Lumios, give wild Pokemon
Swablu, Fluffy.
habitats where.
Who was that up there?
These areas, located throughout Lumios, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can
I
thrive.
couldn't see.
Located throughout Lumios, give wild Pokemon.
I cannot see what Pokemon is that. Let me. What Pokemon is that? Is that a Swanna? Or a Jumpluff? Is that a different... Is that a new Pokemon? That's probably a Swanna, isn't it? Maybe a different Pokemon? That's not a Swanna. That's probably another Swablu, I can't lie. Maybe that is another Swablu. Okay. Might be thinking too much. Okay. Okay, Wild Zone 1. So just like routes, the name of this route, also you can see the map right there. So okay, this is an actually huge city. This is a big city. Okay, so the whole game is actually inside the city. Got it. Okay, take that note.
One of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball.
Is okay. Okay, UI not that great. I prefer the Legends Arceus UI, but I can get along with this one. I'm okay with this. This is certainly more different than Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus. Very different. Okay. I hope it doesn't lag. I hope. Fletchling. Okay. So that's the choosing, the Pokeball. Okay, the Pokeball kind of like...
If you're having a hard time catching
On top of a building, we find Fluffy. Okay.
one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken.
Okay, I saw something.
If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of.
Okay, so you can... So you can control their moves by some buttons, I think. And once you use that move, it takes some time to recharge to attack back, it seems. Ooh, I don't know how to feel about that. Oh, Chikorita learns Disarming Voice. Ooh, that's probably an Easter egg. What are the chances Meganium? Okay, maybe there is a regional variant. Ooh, now I'm thinking about it. Meganium might become a grass fairy. Maybe it was something that was there before itself, but I couldn't. Is Disarming Voice one of its move? Is it included in its movesets? I don't really know. Okay. Well, that's important at least. I'm gonna choose Chikorita straight up, 100%. Chikorita is my pick. So, Grass and Fairy is great. Very bad for poison types though. I kind of hope that won't happen. But that will be a good typing and offense for Dragon type Pokemon. And Meganium does learn Outrage as a level up move. That's pretty cool. Level up, or maybe it learns as a TM. This one, what else can I see? Okay, so this is a flying spot. Okay, so this is a wild area. Lumios, okay, they made Lumio City extremely large. They made it large. So the game is actually entirely inside Lumio City. Got it. Um, okay. It's not a full region. Which means, is there going to be exploration? Might be a linear. Okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I have played God of War. Hmm. Okay, there's nothing else. Does the Pokemon attack the player though? I don't know. Well, there is a buddy system, so maybe the Pokemon is protecting the player from getting attacked, kind of thing, maybe. Okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, maybe they're taking a different approach than what they did with Legends Arceus.
Your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch.
Oh, wait, so Chikorita did attack and knock out Fluffy, I think, right?
Pokemon use its moves to weaken the...
It's not very effective on Chikorita. Chikorita used the Razor Leaf, it did hit Fluffy. Fluffy knocked out. Or stunned. Okay. And the player was able to catch this guy.
target, making it easier to catch.
Okay. But Chikorita looks pretty cool. Yeah, I do see that the shadow thing didn't really work. You can see the shadow right here. I don't know if you can see the mouse, but you can see the shadows are the same. The Scarlet and Violet engine, the lighting is not that great. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm a gamer, not a developer. I just, if I see these, I'm just a bit concerned about it. That's all. That's fine. Lighting is not something I'm really thinking about. That's the barrier for the wild area. So this is a different wild area, and beyond that barrier is a different wild area. Got it.
This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles.
Yeah.
Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different
That's a... I don't know what to think about this one.
areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
Battling on buildings. Whoa.
So choose your timing and positioning
Moonblast.
carefully to gain the upper hand.
Flame Wheel. Stealth Rock. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ninja, Stealth Rock. Okay.
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move.
Oh, they have Onyx. If this is a fully single player game, I hope I can evolve Onyx into Steelix just by giving the metal coat. I hope. Florges, Ampharos. Okay.
What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond
Okay, they
evolution
remade the battle music as well. I was listening to that as well. That's pretty cool.
by undergoing Mega Evolution.
Okay, these I know.
When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Megastone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a new level of power, turn
Oh, split roads as well. I don't think there were split junctions. The 3 junctions in Lumio City. That's pretty cool. Can we drive cars in this one? Maybe. I don't know. Well, the protagonist is a kid, so I don't think so. Shadow Claw, Air Slash, Stone Edge. Okay, some cool moves. Okay. Right. So they have taken nothing from Legends Arceus, it seems.
turning the tide of battle in its
I kind of wanted that to happen. But yeah, if they're willing to change everything, I'm okay with that. That's pure originality.
favor.
Trubbish. Ooh.
As Lumiose
So if they do a range move, the other Pokemon who are not in battle get stunned as well. That's something I wanted. That's pretty cool. I rate that.
continues its transformation into
Magikarp and Gyarados, classic.
a
Inkay,
city that belongs to both people and Pokemon.
that expression
Continues
from
its
Gyarados.
transformation into a city that
Whoa. Okay. Emotions.
belongs to both people and
Fletchling.
Pokemon. Who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences will await.
Yeah, the cell. I couldn't really find those cells, I can't lie. I didn't really know how to get the 100% forms I got. Also, I was thinking, what was I
Both
thinking?
people and Pokemon. Who knows what kinds of encounters and
Professor
experiences
Sycamore.
will await
I'm wondering if Professor Sycamore is still there. Maybe Professor Sycamore is a bit more older now.
you. Pokemon Legends ZA. Coming late 2025.
Okay, 1 second remaining. Okay, so Legend ZA coming late 2025, probably by fall, maybe November, maybe October, is my assumption. But anyways, Pokemon Legend ZA, it's coming. At least it's coming in 2025 without delaying it. That's pretty nice. It's also coming on Nintendo Switch, which means I can play it. And the Pokemon Company. Okay, Nintendo trademarked. The game is gonna be great. I hope. The game is by so far. My expectations, comparing to the expectations I had for Legend ZA, it's a little down. It's a little down. It's a little below. Because of the using the same engine of Scarlet and Violet, I'm okay with that. But it's just it's the art style. Maybe it's a Legends Arceus bias I have right here. But hopefully, Pokemon games usually doesn't miss. The Carlos games did not miss. It did well. It's just some of them it made it a bit below average. But the only miss they did was, in my opinion, BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. This is not gonna be a miss because it's Pokemon Legends ZA. It's a Legends game, and Legends series is gonna be amazing. And I hope they will keep doing the Legends series. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see how Pokemon Legends ZA is going to turn out. And until then, I'll see you guys on my next stream. Take care and cheers from KbeatZ.